Oh, hey, man.
Oh, hey, man.
Welcome to this episode of Expanding the Universe. We're here. It's going to be brief,
Yeah.
but we are going to bang this out quick as we're working on the sensation of the crime wave, the centipede, John Von Basic character, which is dope, like samurai themed art. I wish I had John here on the show. I worked with him this week on his character, so we got most of the details hammered out. Um, I actually finished this before the computer went down, and I lost it all. But we're doing it.
Uh,
We're doing it one more time.
Pete says leave the 66 agility. I don't know what that means.
Is that Big Match Pete?
That's
I
Big
had
Match Pete.
Big Match Pete,
The,
Big
ma-
Match Pete,
the
Big
man,
Match Pete.
the competitor that I used to earn
Good
my
to
number.
see that guy.
Yeah.
I got my Big Match Pete gathering the drumsticks on the wall finally.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's in the back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a card.
Pete,
It's
you be,
actually on my bookshelf. When
uh,
your opponent draws a card for a card effect or gimmick, your next turn roll is +1.
ooh. So, any card effect or just your card effect?
Right now it's any.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Pete, just an FYI, got a contender match with your competitor,
With Big Match Pete. Yeah.
with Big Match Pete. Very, very happy about that.
Yeah, Big Match Pete came out really solid. That was a really cool design.
It is.
While the history junk daddy is joining us, I'll give you a little history about my relationship with John Von Basic.
Okay.
As a kid, I played Raw Deal. A lot of you guys know that.
Oh,
Fantastic game overall. Loved the designer, Baron Banger Tope, one of my idols. I'd say probably at the top of the list of idols for game design.
okay.
Great dude, very smart, very witty,
Yeah.
legitimately larger than life. If you ever met Baron, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not speaking in hyperbole, but he uh he made Drew Madsen look like Harry Potter compared to Hagrid. I mean, he was a big dude. Great personality. We had a faction of our own, the NSS, the Not So Special. Myself was in it, John Max Schnur, and one of the big wig groups was the Poison Clan. John Von Masick represented the Centipede. We
Hmm.
had the Toad, which was Tommy DeWitt. You might have met him when we did a demo at Long Island Tabletop. Marcus Velez is out in Ohio now. Um, what the hell was Velez? You gotta remember Tom McKelvey, who was like the million foil man, the guy who set up our neutral ground events and all the big raw deal in New York.
Yeah.
He was the Scorpion. They had this awesome team, and I wasn't always good at raw deal at all. Um, I was pretty mid for a very long time. Uh, then there was a tag team event, which was very rare in raw deal. Um,
Really?
and yes, and I had played Big Friggin' Machine, who was very good. I had a cool combo with one of my friends, James Murphy, who I recently saw at New York Comic Con, which was amazing to see and show him Super Show. And I played my tag team deck in the singles event, and I was playing Big Friggin' Machine, who was very strong in Raw Deal. And I had no changes to my deck really, and I played John Von Masick, who was dominating everyone with Hulk Hogan at the time.
Yeah.
Um, and Big Friggin' Machine had a very random card that stopped a card played after Irish Whip. And lo and behold, John Von Masick's deck was very like Irish Whip driven, which was not uncommon for a Hulk Hogan deck,
Okay.
whipping into the big boot. I remember he did a whip into a card that could only be stopped by cards that specifically stop cards played after Irish Whip. And I had one of those randomly. So I went on, that was a big swing in the match. I went on to beat John Von Masick. And these guys invited me as a young player into the Poison Clan. which was really, really an honor. And I was inducted after that as the oh my God, I can't remember what the hell it was. The fire ant, if you believe that. Yeah, like in Chikara.
Huh.
And I really got to know those guys pretty well. They were so good to me growing up. I had a lot of really fun times with Tom and Tommy and Marcus and Masick, and that became like my first faction outside of my playgroup. It was really good times. So having the Poison Clan back in some capacity here now as part of the crime wave is super cool. I mean, big part of my childhood.
Good.
And Masick, he he was playing with us locally, and myself and Press One P, we always said Masick, once he finds his footing and his groove, he's going to be a force. And once he kind of got the card pool and the mechanic, he's been absolutely on fire lately.
Yep.
Um, I think he was undefeated until the last round of the Olympics too, as well, which was awesome.
I don't know.
I don't even remember who he played. We had such a good draft. I remember talking to my coach James Booker, the Midwest Coast GM, and saying, Von Masick, this is a sleeper pick. He said, I'm going to trust your judgment. All right, so we have the centipede here. Cool little stat line. When your opponent draws a card for a card effect or gimmick, your next turn rolls +1. So this is
Ooh.
hitting both effects. I mean, this is
Yeah.
not hitting turn rolls. This is not hitting bumps. But it will hit your snap headlocks and things like that. So lots of +1.
Uh, Kobe saying, yeah, he went to Drew's team while undefeated, a death sentence.
Good thing I've been jobbing out. Because I got no death sentence here for Faction Wars, baby. Oh, Chris Pate said he might be joining us. What a
Really?
wonderful world this could be. Yeah, reach out to Pate. I mean, Pate, I do have a hard stop. I have a meeting with a wonderful, wonderful individual today.
Oh.
Team Tommy over here. Just got back from a vacation, and he had an awesome swim meet, so that was very cool. All right, so when your opponent draws a card for a card effect or gimmick, your next turn rolls +1. So gonna be lots of bonuses here. Oh, look at this. This is this is
Whoa.
such a good friend, man. I was having a little bit of a cardiac arrest episode,
Yeah.
and my man Von Masick, he's skilled in resuscitation. He put me back up. I had a nice little trip with the family to
Hate's asking when
the
your hard
park a
stop
couple
is.
days ago. I have to be out of my house by about 2 o'clock.
Uh, yeah, same
I'm
about.
happy to work on Pate.
I
The,
did. He never okayed the logo for me.
and he has the Brawl Duke as well.
Oh.
This is called the Mock Punch. Mock. I wonder if he would be interested in calling it the Von Mock Punch.
I mean, like,
Mock Punch.
ah,
We actually came up and play tested with an inadvertent tech on this one.
okay.
So we got to fix this. +1 to strike, +3 to agility. If your turn roll turn was 11 or greater, this card is also a lead. Uh-oh. The doors are opening.
Uh oh. The beans.
Who's that? Hello? Hello? Yeah, you
You got
sneak in like a
you
cat
got it, Ricky.
burglar?
Right. Uh, Ricky Wright says no government names while he's on stream.
The mock punch.
What?
You sneaking in like a thief in the night.
You live?
Yes. Why?
Hi, Sam.
Mock punch.
Mop punch.
So is Mr. Ricky Riot joining us or what?
I sent him the Zoom. He said he'll probably be here around 12. He's going to be done by 1. What are we doing? Well,
Uh, I think he has like a Ricky Riot corporate duty guy.
uh,
Oh, I got my first Plus Roddy beatdown list. Very nice.
get my laptop. Be right back.
Loudmouth Leo Larry's going down, baby. Another celebration of the old Raw Deal days. Little known fact. Post conclusion of Raw Deal, where it was taken on by fans. In the 3 consecutive World Championship events, I was undefeated in the open access format where you could use every card. Every one of my decks got banned after playing it. Facebuster DDT. Facebuster would be one word. Please, God, let me remember to save my spotlight. +2 to grapple. +2 technique. I'm all alone.
Hello.
There's no one here
I'm back. Sorry.
beside me.
I have to go get my laptop because Photoshop's not working on my main PC.
Why do you need Photoshop?
So I can get the logo for.
Doesn't have one yet. It's been like years.
I didn't know. Bob, this is the Scorpion.
Nope. Try again.
The Centipede. Sorry. Jesus, man. John Von Mason.
I have to contact Mr. Von Masick, spice up these names in a little bit.
Ricky, can you do me a favor? I'll just give my boss money and sit on this up like my payoff packs. It's true. You sit on a throne of payoff packs there, Ricky.
Why does this not seem right?
Inverted. What do you mean?
Oh, +3 technique. So the combo with this that we found, which was not on purpose,
Yeah.
was if you rolled an 11, you could play this, and if they broke out, you could put the mock punch in play.
Oh. That's not bad.
I mean, should it be left? I don't know. It's interesting, right?
Slamilton asking, is John Von Masick the MVP of the Crime Wave?
I cannot disclose that information because the MVP will be sent to play the MVP match in Faction Wars. I would say Brian Schmidt might be the MVP this round.
We'll see.
Have you lost the series?
I have not lost the series, and 2 opponents failed to show up.
Fear. Do you fear death?
I'll tell you exactly. Well, one was because
fear the dark abyss.
One was because our match didn't matter, so I'm not going to say that was a no show. But the other one, we set up a time. He decided that he wouldn't show up. We waited for about an hour. I had 3 people in there hanging out with me. Never showed up. Didn't matter.
But it didn't matter, right?
It didn't matter because we goose egged them, so it's okay.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. But you gotta have me. What movie?
Repeat that.
No, I can't do it again. It's gotta be spontaneous. Let's fold the audience.
Okay.
Should you be able to wombo combo this mock punch into play? For this to happen,
Okay.
you would need to roll an 11, hit the finish submission, then break out, and then have this in hand.
I mean, like, if your turn roll was 11 or greater, this card is also a lead. Did the sub give him any bonuses to his turn rolls next turn? Because you were jumping back and forth. I didn't see it.
No.
Is there a way?
So you would be able to get +1 for your gimmick, right?
Right.
Or just have an 11 for whatever reason.
Okay.
Then you hit your sub finish.
Mm-hmm.
Then the strike is still a lead because your turn roll is 11 or greater. Then they break out. You put this into play. Should that be allowed? I mean, we were gonna remove it because it was not.
What does chat think? I know we got a lot of big thinkers in the chat. What do you think? Let's hear what Bob Dunn thinks about it. I know he's in Las Vegas right now.
Viva! Bob, you feeling good, brother? I hope so. I hope you're feeling good enough. So when I come for that United States Championship and Boss Ronnie chop you back to sunny Florida, there are no excuses.
So you're saying I'm not going to beat Bob?
Who said that?
You say you're going to beat Bob for the U.S. title.
Well, yeah, I am. That's my goal in life. Maybe I have to. Maybe I have to take a step back. You're right. Might be getting ahead
I don't know.
So.
Whatever. It's fine. I was going to give you the
might
shot,
have to do
but
it.
you know, whatever.
No, I might have to deal with this bonehead Alexander Slamilton.
Yeah, I know.
Fantastic match last night.
Colby, yeah, he's saying I'm not going to beat him, which is not true.
That was a fantastic match.
Great match last night. Phenomenal match.
Yeah.
Never again. After 10:30.
The dueling choke slam. Flipping the 28. Crazy.
That was great.
Yeah.
That's the dream with that. Pop the 26 pop the 28, 20, pop the 28 or 30, and you win the game. Oh, Slamilton's a great competitor.
Any input? Do we have any input on this or no?
I'm waiting. Bob, if you're watching, what do you think? Where you'd be able to.
Is it janky enough of a combo that it should be allowed?
I think it should be. Why not have janky combos in the game? Pete says repeat the question.
All right, we're gonna go through all the interactions once.
Yep.
Wound by wound. Von Mason's gimmick is when your opponent draws a card for a card effect or gimmick, your next turn roll is +1. So he could get an 11 from his gimmick, or if he played something that made it an 11, right? The mock punch, if you rolled that 11, it is also a lead. The finish submission, the inverted figure 4 leg lock, says if your opponent breaks out, put 1 lead from your hand into play. So you could roll an 11, hit your finish submission, they break out, and then put the mock punch into play.
Brain says it's okay. He thinks it's okay. It comes a J kill type combo, so he thinks it's okay.
I have some weird name suggestions. See if he likes that.
Does a strike give him multiple 10s while in play or no?
I'll check. I gotta take I gotta find Pate's images that are probably in a filing cabinet from 2022.
I have a logo. Gotta have a logo. Uh, they won last Faction Wars 5, right? Or Faction Wars.
It gets you 3 9s.
Bob says 9s are probably okay.
Inverted figure 4 leg lock. I was gonna figure 4 100 leg lock. I don't know if that makes sense. Centipede, but
Everyone should be running removal anyway, says Bob. 8. Okay.
yes.
100 leg lock. Says Pete. I don't know what that means.
If your opponent breaks out, comma, put 1 lead from your hand into play. When your opponent hits a grapple, you may discard this card from your hand to make it sticks.
Senti 100. Oh, duh. That makes sense. Heat. The 100 leg lock. Senti. It's 100.
Yeah, that's why I said figure 400 leg lock instead of like
Or figure
something like that.
4
Yeah.
Senti lock. Just spitting out
Okay.
names here, folks.
Big Dimes Potions. There's the mayor, the chain gang. What we got here? I gotta see if I can find these rickety riot. Is this guy coming?
He should be joining us in a moment. He should be here. I'm just finalizing as my laptop decides to poop on itself again.
We gotta make the wing step line good.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Um,
I don't know what it needs.
it was. I don't know. They didn't get an update in the Grand Packs like the other ones did, right? Yeah, my computer crashed. Awesome.
They're not ores anymore, so that's
Oh
good.
yeah, that's good.
This is so old. He's beating up his faction mates.
Well, we don't see him yet. We don't see it yet, so.
Didn't say you did.
Bob saying, I feel like there's a lot of product hitting the printing pipeline. Guess it's all gonna hit at once. Boss, did you already send off the current foil run? He's asking.
That would be a question for Griff. I don't the foil runs, but I've requested them a very long time ago. Yes. Have they been submitted? I do not know what the progress of that is.
Right.
You want to add to it? Is that it? No.
I mean, like I'll add if there's still time. I'll add at the end of the month.
I mean, end of the month, probably not, because we need it for Super Lucha.
Oh, fair. I'm sure you're right, Sammy. Slammy. Printers
But
are a little back. Uh, Slamton saying that printers a little backed up. It sounds like maybe having to do with tariffs and such.
I would think so. They ship paper in, I'm sure, right?
Right.
Very, very stressful times. Very, very. I mean, it wouldn't be as stressful if we didn't have a pending Kickstarter that we were trying very desperately to deliver ahead of schedule in time for Origins.
What's up, gamer? Hollywood joining us. Chiropractor.
I need me a good chiropractor, baby. Okay.
500%.
I know Ricky actually came up with pretty interesting.
Oh, hey,
gimmick there.
man.
Oh, hey,
There he
man.
is, Rickety Riot.
Uh,
Top 4 in the Cookies Fortune, baby.
It's WrestleMania weekend. You know, you don't know who'll show up on expanding here.
Ricky, is that good? What I sent you?
Hold on, let me look.
I fit it in. Giggity.
That is the
Bet you never had a
wrong
problem.
font looks, or the font looks bad. That's the wrong year though.
says
Blah, blah,
4.
blah, blah, blah.
IV 4.
I know the trophy was bad.
Oh, okay, so let
Yeah.
me fix that up then. All right.
Well, whatever last year was, I don't know.
The trophy was bad.
The
was
trophy was bad.
it says the wrong year. Was it faction?
Yeah.
Bob, did you win Faction Wars 4 or 5? Or what Faction Wars are we in right now? So
Yeah, whatever we're in, we won last year.
last year was 5. All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Speaking of foils, it's the 1-year anniversary of me foiling TVA Commissioner. You foiled TVA Commissioner? Huh, I didn't know that.
2 in stock.
I didn't know that was foil.
It's not. That's the joke, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a joke. What did we use? What was Oh my god. Wish my Photoshop was working on my PC. Oh, I don't want Premiere Pro.
Yeah, don't worry about the Photoshop stuff. I mean,
No. For the logo.
As far as Schmidt, you're concerned, that can be done later time.
No, I can do it right now. Take me 2 seconds.
Ooh, I like it. I like it, Steve.
What? Kneeing Theo in the face?
No. What he's doing there?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to make it a little.
I didn't want to
transparent.
jinx the Michigan Wolverines and put all the art in before they won.
Huh. All right, here we go. I should be able to fix it here. Let me just save it.
All right, start making the people's head explode here, Pete.
Okay.
With the gimmick that you're looking at.
Okay. So what the gimmick I would like is if you would roll your printed 10, 8, 9, or 10, and you do not win the turn, +2 to your next turn roll.
Folks, have we exploded? There's no. He hasn't selected under the legs, says Kieran. Hello to the Bushmaster.
What do you say? Your target wins the roll or something? Be the same thing, but make it a little more fair in multiplayer.
TVA Commish.
We're gonna show us really cool
Flame
stuff.
Fighter says it's not bad. Oh, Flame Fighter.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it does is it kind of goes when I'm sitting there and I'm rolling 8s and 9s and they're rolling 10s and 9s and I'm not getting a turn. I'm kind of like, man, if I had a bonus here, it's kind of like if you're rolling 8s and 9s and 10s and they're rolling 5s, 6s, 7s, it doesn't do anything. But it's where you're rolling high but not higher than them.
Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. I don't know the exact math on it, right? Because
Yeah, and it is printed, so there's no tricks in 86 where you're like, well, I'll make my 7 into an 8, or I'll make my 6 into an 8 with the belt. So it's definitely something where you don't want to keep it printed versus manipulating the numbers.
Interesting. Seems simple.
Yeah.
Not complicated.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of
Check your DMs.
It's a little bit as there are characters that have done those numbers and those situations in the past before, just taking a little bit of all of them.
I don't know what the trigger is. Like, what's the percentage trigger on that?
I mean, we got math people in the chat.
I believe it is a little bit worse than Big Bad Bobby D, but it's on your higher.
3.
Yeah, because it's on your higher 3. But like I said, if you're winning turn rolls, it don't matter.
Bob's saying it's double math trigger because you have to lose the first roll and roll the top 3 skills.
No, I think he has it backwards, Bob. It's not lose and then roll 8. It's lose while rolling 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
So make sure that that is.
Yeah, you can't, or it's not with, so like on bumps it still works, but you have to, you can't roll an 8 and then win, or then win and get it.
uh,
How would you word that? Because I feel like in multiplayer, that seems way too good. If you could
That
lose with like eights,
so
nines, and tens and get +2 like every
okay,
time.
so I was thinking about that, but in multiplayer, if you roll fives, if multiplayer, you roll 5, your opponent rolls 8, and the winner rolls a 9, you still get your Big Bad Bobby D gimmick trigger. So, I mean, I don't know if you would be able to, if it would just be rule targeted or.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like you would have to word it like if your target, if you had to target it, but then how do you make it phrase on yourself? If your target,
I mean, it just would work the same as bit with Big Bad Bobby D.
I don't think
Uh,
so. I think the math is way different. If I could roll an 8 and I'm in a tag team match and two people could roll a 9 or a 10,
well, yeah,
then
no, no,
I've
no. But
triggered my
you can
gimmick.
only, by definition, you have to choose a target for the beginning.
Right, but if you lost the turn roll, it would have to say to your target, right? That's what I'm trying to say, like the phrasing, right? To make it hit one person.
Yeah.
So like if your target,
so Bob has this. If your target wins the turn roll and you rolled your top 3 skills, your next turn roll is +2.
well, that would not include bumps.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it didn't hit on the, it would reset after the bump. Got it. Ricky, check your DMs if you can, please, and thank
No, no, I'll check it. My DMs are not working right now because
you. Neither is
Facebook's
most
being
people's.
stupid.
Yeah, Facebook's not
Yeah.
helping me at all.
If
It's the same text that from the original logo.
yeah. Um,
No, hold on.
uh,
Kirk's saying if you rolled XYZ for your turn roll and lost the roll, your next turn roll is +2.
Wait,
nope.
what is the skill line? This might be it. This might be
Skill
what
wise is gonna be, I believe, power 6, tech 10, agility 8, 9, sub 5, or strike 5, sub 7, grapple 8.
Wait, baby.
so tech, strike, grapple, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you don't need printed if you're doing that, right?
Yeah, you just do if you're uh, tech agility, grapple.
Technique.
So phrasing would be, and didn't win the turn roll.
If you just said and you
Oh,
didn't
that
win
actually,
the
yeah.
turn,
If you rolled technique agility for your turn roll, if your target, I don't even know if you, I think if you just if your opponent, if you would bump with your target or lose.
Bob posting if your target won If your target won the turn roll or bumped with you, your next turn roll is +2. There's a wording to it.
That's basically what I put. If you and your
Yeah.
target bumped or your target won the turn roll, your next turn roll is +2. Same difference, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be figuring out, making sure there's no loopholes as far as, because I mean, you don't want to make it completely busted with
Floats.
tag. I mean, like if you could, yeah, because every time you lost, roll the 8, 9, or 10, you get plus. So like multi matches.
If it was just every time you lost, it doesn't matter who your target is,
Yeah.
right? So that's why you have to phrase it the way that I phrased it. Or Bob. We just reversed the order of what we said.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Is the logo in chat or not yet?
I'm putting it there in a moment. Is that good there, Ricky?
I'm still not seeing it. Like it's telling me that I have to put in a pin number.
All right, so it's the same
All right,
font.
just put it in the chat.
Putting it in the chat. Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Putting it in the chat. Going to the town car.
Oh, it's off for.
I'm drinking a weird combo of cold coffee and Diet Coke. It's like a Manhattan special.
Oh my
Pretty
gosh.
good.
What the hell is?
I'm doing shots of Red Bull with my coffee, so I'm there with you.
I am drinking a nice cup. Because our shop right has a RC Cola now, so I'm enjoying a cold cup of RC Cola.
Who the hell drinks the RC Cola?
Me.
You want to beat us?
No, I don't want the Beatus. And I put. Is this one gonna have Ricky Riot's logo on it too, Ricky?
Probably not.
No, I don't. I mean, if Boss wants to put Ricky Riot's logo on there, that's fine. But
Ain't nobody getting that stupid stunner anymore,
right.
man.
I wish I didn't make that stunner. I wish whoever came up with that idea, the stunner, didn't come up with the idea.
I know it's a shame. It only won 2 CACs, the Cooking Fortune, the Grand Battle.
Boss, you were the one. I just wanted to.
Terrible card. Terrible card. I wish I could take it back too. All right, folks.
Okay, we'll
spin the wheel
put a
here,
pin in
baby.
the wording on it. We can figure it out.
What's that?
That's the wording. What's we pinning it?
Well, just to make it, if people are gonna be like, well, if this or whatever, I don't know.
If you roll get them out here. If you roll technique, agility, or grapple for your turn roll. No, when you rolled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if
you and your target bumped or your target won the turn roll, your next turn roll is +2. It seems pretty like clear as day to me.
Drew saying, Ricky on Red Bull and coffee. Over under on number of times I hear my brain is melting at 5 tonight.
Hey, you know.
Boss Friday beatdown tonight, baby. I gotta get back early. I'm excited.
Everyone says it makes sense.
Okay. Schmidt, did you drop that in the chat?
It's in the chat. Top one with the blue and yellow.
I'll have some of the yellow.
Call me man.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
Is that an Adam Sandler movie reference?
It is not, no.
Oh, okay.
The blue and yellow?
Yeah. The first one.
Maize and blue, baby.
Maize and blue. Legitimately, I had to go find what is his name? Downriver Drew.
Yeah, like that's the problem. Like it's
the colors, the color is just like the maze is like very specific.
Yeah. That should be a black, not blue.
What part?
Text?
Yeah, just a text.
Oh, that's easy to fix. I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Or Steve can do it right now.
Maybe. Let's see. Yours is probably way easier.
Yeah, I just gotta.
See, Steve, you need to do a Garbage Pail Kid Kickstarter and get the Garbage Pail Kid art.
Dude, when I was like pitching Super Show in the early stages, Garbage Pail Kids was owned by Topps. It's pretty cool IP.
For like 5 years they didn't own it. And I was just like, I wish I could just buy them and reissue them. And now they've done it already. So
yeah, they have buddy of mine is opening packs like it's crazy.
Oh, I just have my ones from the 80s that I just looked through and I'm fine with.
Updated text in the
I think I
chat.
got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. There is. I've been trying to see if this one game's IP has ever been redone yet.
I'm supposed to go to Vegas for the. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's fine.
The licensing convention.
Ooh, when is that?
May.
Um, there was a game. I don't know.
Brady wants his logo paint.
You.
Hey, I gotta give it up to you. This is a good gimmick. Good,
Yeah.
unique design.
Let me see where the other Ricky Riot one was.
Rickety Riot.
Let's put it like I'm pointing. Let's do left.
I do the same stuff all the
I
time.
know.
It's like that.
Left, right by the arm.
So down above the
Yeah, down.
above
Let's
the
see.
I typically like it there.
above the skill box.
Yeah.
Is there a JB logo?
Yeah, JB logo.
Stand by.
All right, drop that when you can, Schmidt. All right, what is this strike called?
Okay. The strike is called trigger warning.
Oh, I like that actually.
I know that has been
Yeah.
that has been years in the making for since X Royce.
What does it do?
Okay, so I know we
I
talked.
feel like it should set up your gimmick somehow. I don't know. I feel like it's a trigger
It's in the
incoming.
chat.
I
Well,
don't know.
I know we talked about if you triggered it, doubled the stats, or
Okay.
do some. I wanted to because like the
Right back.
problem I have with taking out the aside from the grapple finish for Ricky Riot. The problem is like they didn't like it was just stat bonuses and it really didn't do anything fun. Like you hit it, and
Mhm.
you're like whatever. So like if it did something fun, if it interacted with my gimmick, that would be great. I don't know if it would be a reroll. I don't know if it would be a bonus. I don't know.
Man, it's hard to figure out how you would word it if your gimmick triggered, right?
I mean, like,
Could you just put that?
I mean, you could do one of two ways. If you don't want it to do it where you could do it if you increased your if your turn roll was increased, you could do that. But then that would like if your turn roll was increased, last turn you can do that do whatever. But the problem is that you could play cards that increase your turn roll and then it would trigger it. So
I mean, could you just do?
I mean, I'm all for selling more of those double wrist twists for you.
If your turn roll was increased by your gimmick, if something like that,
Yeah,
that would work, right?
yeah.
I'm just putting the standard bonuses right now, and then we'll
Yeah, like
figure
we
it
can
out.
go back and fix those. I don't like the
I'll be right back, guys.
And I don't know if he said he dropped the JB logo, but when he does, please.
yeah.
Trigger warning. That's a cool one. Val's wait list is 2 years. No, this is just we just waited a while.
You're welcome, Val.
Yeah, right. Give him
That
nice
is straight
breathing room.
DWO just requesting him over.
You guys
and over.
wanted to fire him, folks. That's the truth. That's a real story.
You know what? Just like the Detroit Lions, we took the people that nobody wanted and made them great.
I have a very hard time firing people. Well, especially kind people like Val. He's a really
Oh,
great
Val's
dude.
great.
And in the early stages, it was just like wasn't getting requests for him. And I was like, hey man, like here's a little link to check out like some tips that you could do and stuff, you know. Here's what I did to your photo with these tools quick. You're like, what tool did you use in that? And then like it just became
Yeah.
better and better. I always was a fan of his art. I mean, there was never a time where I was like, this is terrible. But like a lot of people were like really hating on it.
I think
Which
there was a
which
lot of the references made were hard to translate unless you're like, hey, here is the cultural thing that I'm trying to portray. Um, put that on there.
huge sack, huge sack. I got to give it up for P, man. This is not a knock against Jason Poisson at all, but P runs a real smooth ship with events. Jason as well does a great job, but you know, if you ever get the opportunity to jump in on a Press 1P Invitational,
Oh, I love
always
those.
good. Yeah. All right.
What that is a
Submission. You have
weird.
anything for the submission?
Okay, so the submission is going to be a nod to my dad. It's going to be called "Who's Got a Broken Arm." Um, if you recall, everybody had someone in their family tells scary stories, and the "Who's Got a Golden Arm" story, that was his story. He told me when I was very young, and always got me. I knew it was coming, but he always got me. So I figured that would be a good nod to him.
How did the story go?
Basically, it was an old woman, and she died, or the husband killed her, and then he dug up her golden arm, for
Max,
nefarious
sorry.
reasons. She came back and she's like, "Who's got my golden arm?" And then like all of a sudden you'd be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then my dad would be like, "You do," and he'd scare the crap out of me. At age 3, it's pretty
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, terrifying, right? Yeah. Uh,
Hi, Daddy.
hello, mama girl.
Dad, Mommy came at us.
Mommy screamed at you? I am not surprised. Mommy screamed at us.
Who's WHO apostrophe S, not who's. How you have it spelled, Steve?
I mean, you can even, if you have room, you can even put some, some more O's on there, so it goes, "Who's got a broken arm?"
All right, what did they say about the apostrophe?
W W no one O, Steve, and no E.
There you go.
Wait, you know, I added the extra O for like
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
enunciation.
he
I
got that.
I got that, Steve.
All right, what does this one do?
Okay, so just spitballing here on the stuff. Okay, so I want it to be a stop an unstoppable strike or stop a DQ card when it is a non DQ match, or give bonuses. Like you basically you can stop an unstoppable strike, no bonuses.
Oh
Stop
crap!
what?
I leaned too hard on my desk.
No.
Knock the
Um,
knock the
or
keyboard off.
stop a DQ card when it's no DQ. Basically, it's like, oh, we're having a championship match and you want to throw a shovel. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. This can stop it. Or give bonuses if just played as a finish. I don't know if that's too much, but
It's a lot of words there.
yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, like,
Okay. Let me see if I got this. Stop any finish
unstoppable strike.
strike that cannot be stopped. Or
Any
if
DQ.
this is a if this match has disqualifications.
Yes. That's specific. Like, I don't want to be like able to use it. It's too good in like any other match, but like
Top
basically
many
this is
fierce strike
for
that cannot be stopped, or if this match has disqualifications,
stop
any
any DQ
strike
strike
with the
with via DQ. And then if you want to give bonuses on that, great. If not, I'm fine with just doing it like if it's bonuses.
I have an idea for the bonuses. I think it'd be cool if this got like +1 to technique, even though you have a 10, because like in a DQ match, you then get an 11, right?
Yeah.
So like loses some of its potency as a stop, but like gets the perk of like
And
having an auto kill.
because 9 times out of 10, probably 99% out of 10, because nobody plays finished strikes anymore. Uh,
Excuse me.
I mean, all of the constellation runs death by elbow.
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
so like,
Is there any
First,
chance I can get stop any strike?
I don't think that's needed. Just
first
I mean,
Steve,
hey,
first DQ is spelled
I
wrong.
think it's great because John Pulverino's on the card, and I can hit him with a stop when he plays the unstoppable kick.
yeah.
I think flavor wise, that's a good flavor
I
wise.
think
That's
that like
nice.
hurting standing sentons and stuff though is kind
Yeah. Yeah. So then when they play standing senton, they can't beg for mercy.
yeah, that's fair.
So first DQ in the text is
I'm
unspelled.
working on it.
Okay, I'm just you know if you heard me.
Disqualifications. No.
Right back.
Disqualific.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Disqualify. This? Why can't I spell this word right now? Oh no. The Phantom plus sign has returned.
No.
Why are you there? I gotta get rid of this text box because it just does this sometimes. It's so weird. I wanna be a mermaid. I don't know. Maybe you should have the old logo. I don't know. Illustrated by Val. What about the grapple?
Okay. Well, what do you want to cook on this? It's called the grapple is Welcome to the Big House.
Welcome to the big house.
And as all with all my Ohio CACs, I have to put a Ohioan through the
Is that Captain Rust Belt?
that's Captain Rust Belt.
You monster.
That's who I beat for the title or for the championship.
How dare you?
I know.
Cooking. Cooking.
I don't know if you have anything that you're like,
Thanking on it.
yeah, because like for me, when I play, like I would assume my finishers aren't going to hit the first time, so I like stuff that sets it up for.
Oh damn it!
What?
Right in the feels. No, I opened the wrong Ricky Riot.
What, you're looking for the logo?
Yeah,
It's in the chat. The original
I'm
one
gonna
is in
go
the chat.
swift kick right in the beanbag if you don't stop being so damn impulsive.
Fine, I won't be impulsive.
Thank you.
All right, whatever. And the JB logo's in there too, by the way.
JB logo. Thanks, man. It's the same stat line, right?
No. You're the 8-9 or 8-9er flip.
Really?
Yeah. 9 is just the 8 agility I get beat a lot on.
Uh-huh.
And I figure the 8 it still beats it's not a 10 which beats a lot of like or matches like Snake Pit and stuff, but I do get the ability to match with Rising Sun, which is important.
Match with the rising sun.
How
What
so?
the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
So Rising Sun the 14. Right, sorry, I have a 14. I have a 14 active against the Rising Sun with Circle of the Sun.
Oh.
Well, you always did.
Yeah.
But you always did, right?
Yeah, but it was a 9, so I'm like, well.
Do not follow your logic.
It's coming, Kirk. Relax.
What's coming?
The JB logo. The Just Business logo.
Yeah.
No, they're saying put the DW logo on it. Says Drew.
I thought Just Business was supposed to be dead. I forgot about that. What happened? Well, that was the thing.
No.
I've grown quite fond of you. I don't know if it needs the logo. I mean, you get good stuff.
Oh, uh-oh. Commissioner Drew is saying he also gets the Ricky Riot logo. I can't get mine. What the hell is this? Oh boy.
No, I'm saying, should it or should it not? I mean, I don't like giving the stunner to anybody. That seems
Yeah, I
really
mean,
good.
like, I wish I could be like, I wish you could just be like, the stunner's blank and the discard, but
All these characters in the world divisions complaining about upgrades. My God. Got the Ariel lipstick remake, Goliath. Jeez, another finalist in faction. No, my characters are undrafted. I don't know. Does it when you roll technique for your because I guess like if my opponent rolls a 10 and I lose the roll and I re-roll, I'm now like being able to re-roll into a bump and a trigger. Seems crazy, right?
yeah.
What's this grapple gonna do? Because I feel like it needs a little juice, right?
Like, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind Hurricanes, one where I can put a card from the top and play on top of the deck.
In play on top of the deck.
Yeah, hold on, let me pull it up.
Like I could just keep recycling my follow-up stops, right?
Yeah.
Maybe shuffling. I don't know if that makes a little bit more sense.
Or no, hold on. Sorry, I think it's Alien Invasion, Alien Invader. It does the
I
top.
think it's rah rah. You're thinking of.
Oh, it's rah rah.
Kirk
Yeah.
saying just recycle, beg for mercy, baby.
I can't anymore, man. Steve's making the
Well, what I
yeah,
do?
the beam me up drop. Put one card you have in play on top of your shuffle deck.
What does that do? What's his bonuses?
Bonuses are 2 to the 6, 3 to the 5.
Just like the submission you wanted, right? Shuffle one card from your shuffle one card.
But it's in play.
Yeah. What is the hurricane one you're thinking of? Yeah, the hurricane shuffle.
The Hurricane one shuffles, but that's because you get to draw it. That's why
Yeah.
it's shuffle. That's why I like the rah rah where it's just put it on top.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously way better, right? Is this the impact special with it? 3 9s? Why not? Right? What'd you say rah rah was?
Um,
2 to the 6, 3 to the 5. You want the 5 bonuses? Or the botch protection? What was it? 2 to power, 3 to strike. I don't think it really matters too much. What do you think?
I mean, if you want to do 3 to the power, 1 to the grapple, that's fine.
Oh god, please don't crash on me. Which TVA commissioner didn't get the logo? The real beater? That's the one out here trying to bury the
I think it was
donation.
vacation.
I don't know. Did he get it?
I don't think yeah,
The
a real
vacation.
vacation didn't get it, says Drew. Either one.
How come? How come? Was there a reason?
Mm-hmm.
Was there like a glaring reason?
He said no emphatically. I mean, you could do what Penguin did, foil Penguin, and put the vacation commissioner on TVA commissioner.
I
Which
don't know if the
say,
foil world has been solicited. I, he's mad funny.
what?
No, he says there should be a Raven Slamilton version based on food and get pineapple as a trigger. I'm checking, seeing if I can get an update on foils.
Yeah. So why the shuffle over the put on top?
I don't know. I think that we're just trying to sit behind beg for mercy and not give
Well,
people
it's
an option.
so okay. So my thinking is this: it's if you do it
And
where you do it
True.
late game. I mean
late
that's
game,
fair.
it doesn't matter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean late game it doesn't matter, but early game it does because then it's like if you want to put something on top.
I mean, I feel like it's always going to be good, right? You're going to recover if it's on top. You're going to recover like the card that previously hit or a stop back, right? I feel like
Yeah,
that's a
that's
huge.
true.
I honestly, I just don't like those effects that much, especially as I'm having trauma from Fox Assassin and locals every week. having to
Yes,
run
that's
through the
true.
same thing 9 times.
I
I
mean,
think
do you
it's
have
silly.
something? I mean, if you're cooking and think of something cool,
Hey, honestly, I think this card is amazing. Like it's
yeah,
like, you're just gonna shuffle your size of the dog back in, and lather, rinse, repeat, and beg for mercy and all that stuff. So like,
yeah,
I think it's like really, really good.
there you go. That's
Personally,
good. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
for sure.
I think that being able to get your stop back is really good. I don't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. That's my honest opinion. Like I
yeah,
just
no,
like
100%.
it's like a mock resto potion
Yeah,
automatically, kind of, right?
it's a toned down version of what I had originally with
For
Restrive,
this,
which I
yeah,
like.
exactly. That's why I was like, all right, we give something because I know that was like something we wanted.
Yeah,
Um,
no, 100%, and that's why I had to start playing APOC because when all my cards are in the play, I can't shuffle in anything good.
oh, I hate APOC. This is my fault.
Um, okay, for the strike, can we do change up the stats on the strike?
Yeah, we don't want this over boost, right? Hold on, man.
Yeah, I want the two for
Yeah,
strike and 2 for power.
you're getting +4/+4. That's crazy. No, it's the last word, baby. Protected.
Yeah, that is yeah.
I'm trying to hold up. I'm trying to see. Trying to find some good balance here, Pate.
Hold on, could we do it? Could we do it where it becomes a sharpshooter if you trigger, or would doubly think Viz better?
What do you mean if your lowest like +1/+1/+1? That
Well,
what
it would
you
be
mean?
like if you're it would be like +2 to strike, +2 to power, and then +2 to your sub if you gimmick last turn.
I mean, do you
Yeah, I
literally
think
want
that
it to say if your finish roll was 7 or less and your turn roll is increased by a gimmick, your finish,
that's too wordy.
+2?
I think you're right. That is fine
I
with
mean, this is what I think that
yeah.
if you want to go that route, you do this, and then it's a sharpshooter, right?
Yeah. Let's just keep it the 1 to power, 2 to
You know what I'm
strike.
saying? You got the
Yeah.
Just Business chat saying, "Don't change it, don't change it. It's stronger this way."
Yeah. Yeah, let's do the 2 to
Because
strike,
this
1
would
to
be a
power.
sharpshooter. Like this, right? If your gimmick on. So your 5, 6, and 7 would be +2. I don't know. I think the flat bonus is the way to go.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
It's more value. It's 8
Yeah.
compared to. No, is it? No, it's the same. Honestly, the submission. This is +4, +2 is 6. I mean, I don't know. I think the submission is interesting. It's the
Yeah,
same thing.
because
Yeah,
my thought was
mathematically it's the same.
basically it's like +2 to power, +2 to strike.
Oh no, I had it backwards, right?
If your turn increase was increased by these bonuses, and then you do +2 to sub. But I mean that works too. I mean, if at worst it gives 7. Seven's the lowest. At worst, is seven's the lowest. At best,
So you meant like this? Look.
yeah,
That?
I think I like that better because it's more it's a sharpshooter, which I love, and
I mean, I think fine.
yeah, I mean
Oh,
like
hold
it
on. I need some
gives
logos on there. Rickety Riot. I mean, nothing's really jumping out at me. It's too powerful, this guy. The gimmick is good. This card is good. You have a stop finish, which is okay. I don't think
Yeah.
anything too crazy with that.
Can we adjust the bonuses on the stop?
But you didn't even want bonuses, man. I gave you flat.
No, just the I mean, if you want the Tech 10, that's fine. I just figured throw that somewhere else.
I personally, I think it makes more sense to be on this one because it becomes weaker in a no DQ match. You can't use this as a stop. So
Yeah.
now you get an overkill. Like that was kind of the thought on that, right? I mean, maybe you just do this, right? I don't think that's unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? Pate, I think it's a good idea to give it the overboost on that because you're gonna be so mad when you're like, oh, I'm in a no
That
DQ
is
match.
true. And I do
I'm in
love
this no
rolling
DQ
that
match.
technique. Are you trying to match the oh no, you're just trying to put the
What time is it?
It's 12:51.
yeah.
Wow, we're doing perfect.
All right.
Except this stupid card.
Michael Kirk saying the stop finish is still misspelled. I hope someone catches it. What's misspelled, Kirk?
Well, how about you just tell us?
Disqualification's misspelled.
Yeah, I don't know why I have such a hard
Is there
time
any way
with
to
that.
change the orange to yellow on those pants?
Yeah, I could give that a shot.
Yeah.
Stop any finish strike that can be stopped, or if this
Vacations?
match has
Disqualifications, not vacations.
what an I.
Yeah.
You said yellow. The stripes yellow.
Yeah, the stripes yellow. Maze specifically, whatever that number is.
I'm gonna try a couple different things.
What's the
Color code? Hold on.
try
I got it. Hold on, right here.
okay.
FFCB05 is the color code.
There we go. Oh, that looks
FF
CB05. Oh, jeez.
What's the matter?
Slamilton very upset right now that he's getting finish bonuses on his stop finish when the Sledge of Allegiance doesn't should get a buff.
I mean, you're comparing apples to oranges. That thing stops any grapple. This thing stops death by elbow and
Yeah,
DQ cards in a
if you play it unstoppable,
non-disqualification match.
it is projected 1,000 feet out.
Yeah.
Commish saying one of these stop finishes is a little easier to hit. Yeah, that's true.
Just a tiny
a-
bit.
Just a wee
By
bit.
a fraction. Listen,
They're
man.
weird purple down there.
I want my match versus Alexander Slamilton.
Yeah. Steve, on that, there was like purple down there still.
Where? On the finish?
Yeah, on the finish. Nope, not
What do you
there.
mean?
On
Which one?
on the strike finish, I think.
Uh-huh.
There was like right above TORAOZZA.
That's just the rope.
Oh, okay, that's just how it works. Okay.
That's the ring rope.
Oh, okay.
Got it? Good.
Got it. Good. Yellow looks good. It's the same yellow anyway, right? For the pants.
I'll check.
But yeah.
Rickety riot.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, Schmidt giving out invites without telling people. My God. What's up, Mr. P?
I was told I was being talked poorly about without my
In what
knowledge.
sense?
I don't know. You tell me.
I say a lot of crap about you, so I don't know. It's hard to like remember it.
There was like 2 seconds of JB slamming, and that was about it.
Nothing jumping out at me as something I said specifically.
It couldn't have been like this character was broken after he printed the centipede just before. So,
No.
all right, good. What have I missed? Today's been a bad day at work.
Just Centipede, and we're working on Faction War 5 Champion Ricky Riot.
All right.
Yeah.
So are you on team? Don't allow him to put the card in play because I've asked the audience and they were all like, "Give it to him." You know.
We discussed this on the phone for like an hour. I wasn't necessarily opposed to it, but it needs a way to remove itself, very similar to Ibushi, or
Postal service find out she was a grabber.
okay.
Anything about it?
I wish. They told me about it. Did you?
I actually was able to recover a point, but he got sold. I mean, from what I can see,
Okay.
the guy was talking something.
Yeah. Are you able to get that video and to the post office? Okay. I'm your mail guy. I don't know if you want to give it to me when I get to you. What house are you?
I'm 7, but I have the email.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Mute this jack box.
He muted himself.
Oh, welcome to the big house for 29. I don't know if that'll.
Oh yeah, sorry about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'll change that on post. I put house on the card, right? 4. I'm not going to count the 1 because it's an overboost, but 4, 7, 11, possibly 13. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, just check the yellows and make sure those are.
That one looks good.
Yeah, that one looks good.
This one looks very yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine then. The logo is what matters because if I do a play mat or something with that, that's where it matters.
Who am I going to see tonight in the Boss Friday Beat-Out?
Oh, I'm coming, baby.
I will not be there.
I gotta study those refs.
They're all so random that I don't
They
know.
are.
Yeah. I actually the ones I selected for the last one, I think. Oh no, I did them random. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say I the ones I showed on stream I thought were like the best ones because those are the arts I did first.
Yeah, like the Pigpen match was just rough going in.
That's fun. I love that match.
It's fine, but like doing it where you have there was like so many factors where it was John Calais, it was new John Calais, or it was Christmas Calais, and a cage match, and that. So it was just like, oh my gosh.
I have my issues with Christmas Clays.
Oh yeah, I do too. Okay, let me look it over real quick to just check it out. So
So Von Masick, I want to just go over this quick. If you're playing the friendly draws, right? You'd play them 1 through 6. Probably 13 through 15. That's 9. And then 19 to 21, that's 12. So you could play 15 triggers on that. right? So that's a lot of triggers. That's like Lord Graves,
Yeah.
Hallow King range.
Plus, if you're triggering for gimmick too.
And your opponent's
Yeah.
effects. I mean, is it a +1? I like taking a look at a lot of my decks. I mean, if I'm using a training with card, it's very good.
I mean, could you do it where it would make it more complicated, but at the beginning of the match, choose one. You either choose card effects or gimmick.
I don't know. I mean, I
So then,
don't.
like, if you have a gimmick like Rising Sun, you go, okay, I'll use that. But then if you don't have a gimmick with Rising Sun, you go, okay,
It's
I'll
just a
just
really
assume.
bad gimmick, right? When your opponent rolls
Yeah,
a
that's
9, your turn rolls +1.
yeah.
I feel like it almost shouldn't hit entrance cards. Maybe I'm crazy on that. How would that be worded?
I mean, like, if you did it where because how I look at it, it's like when your opponent draws a card for a card effect. I mean, isn't just a worse. I mean, opponent draws a card for
ACH
card.
is during the turn when your opponent draws, you draw one.
Yeah, I mean, if you do during your turn, it turns off a lot of.
Turns off like
I apologize for that. That was crazy. We had an incident at work yesterday where someone was doing part of my route and she actually got assaulted on the street.
Oh,
And they couldn't figure out the cameras. And the guy that did have the camera just pulled up to me saying he actually had the footage for it. So I'm going to try to get that to my office.
no.
That was crazy. Yeah, she's fine.
the hero
She
we
just got
need.
scared.
Press 1P.
But back to what you were saying, I don't. And first and foremost, you're about to change the gimmick. I don't think it's necessary
Be
because
right back.
compared to ACH, this is worse than ACH. At least in my opinion, drawing one card is better than +1. So I don't mind this working for gimmicks. My only thing, so I don't think the gimmick needs to get changed. My only thing I believe is, and I don't even mind the finisher going into play. I just think it needs a way to come out similar to like Ibushi.
I mean, John. I spoke to John. He doesn't mind just saying non-finish.
You mean make it a follow up instead, or what do you mean?
No, he just said if your opponent breaks out, put one non-finished lead from your hand into play.
Okay,
He doesn't care about that.
Fine too. Other than that, I don't think the character is bad. I think the putting the lead in play is good tech. You have ways to make that work. It could be a cool character. I don't think it's crazy broken. It's strong, sure. People are comparing it to Belinda. I know we had a conversation regarding that where Belinda doesn't have to play draw stops. Like that can definitely hinder the strength.
That's a factor, right? Yeah. I'd rather be Belinda with fighting the dog, spinning elbow, personally.
Right, exactly. Or Gia or something with the spotlight and whatnot. So
I just don't know if I like it hitting entrance cards because I feel like you get +1 for champion and Kickstarter. If you go up against like a volcanic claymore, every time they draw, you get a +1. If you go up against a training with card, every time they play a card, you get +1. You know.
So what's interesting about the training one? Well, you said from a card effect and gimmick. So that what's interesting about the training is that even happens during the turn. If you even went with the route of making it only during a turn, similar to ACH, so you can't even avoid that. The other ones, however, you can. It's definitely an interesting one because you're almost looking like you can potentially double up, you know? Like say I had a training with and I hit forearm shot and I drew one off forearm shot and then drew one off the entrance. Now I actually have +2 to my turn.
That's why I'm saying I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just too biased to training with cards, but like you're gonna have 15 of your own triggers and then 9 of your opponent's triggers if they're playing something like that.
You're not wrong, and that's every meta deck today has double wrist twist in there. That's a draw. Lariats are still very strong, as well as the draw top and bottoms of the deck. Like there's draw is one of the strongest mechanics in any card game, let alone this card game. So the gimmick is always going to have something. It's not like one of those rare gimmicks where it's like, this could potentially not work for my opponent. Like it's extremely minimal that there's a chance that this doesn't work in your
Okay, so how would this be phrased? When your opponent draws a card for a card effect
from a card effect played.
here, that's what I was gonna say, but from a card played or a gimmick.
Yeah, that solves it, honestly. From a card played or gimmick. And that's not even, that wouldn't even work with the training because it's when you hit, it's not when you play. So you're not drawing from the card being played for the training with. It's when
So it should say hit. We just make it crystal clear.
when your opponent
Draws a card from a card hit or gimmick. Your next card turn rolls +1.
now there will be the discussion where this does based on that wording. It would draw for the training, but I think you say from a card hit.
That's what it says.
Oh, I thought you said from when a card is hit.
When your opponent draws a card from a card hit or gimmick, your next turn roll is +1.
So from a card hit, from a card hit with the training with, he drew a card from hitting a forearm shot. You know, so that's
He didn't
my
draw a
only question.
card for the forearm shot. He drew a card for the entrance, right?
I mean, this is going to be definitely a discussion because it says, okay, what about from a card that was hit?
Oh, that would work.
That
That takes away spectacles and entrances.
Yeah, and that way there's no confusion on the training with because it clearly says the drawing was from the card that was hit.
And if people don't want those pesky draw stops at 13, 14, and 15, they can commission a cage stop at 13, 14, and 15. Use some of that tax money.
I assume the cage stops would come at 13 through 15 without the cage decks at some point in history.
Yeah.
That is correct. All right, now Rickety Riot.
Yeah.
When you roll 8, 9, or 10, technique, agility, or grapple for your turn roll, if you and your target bumped or your target won the turn roll, your next turn roll is +2.
I'm assuming that the reason that the wording is so lengthy because we're avoiding multiplayer matches.
Yes.
Because yes, okay. Because the simple answer is when you roll these skills and you did not win the turn roll, you would do that. But in a multiplayer thing, that could be.
I mean, the only thing, I mean, like it just, yeah, and that's where it differs from Big Bad Bobby D, because in Big Bad Bobby D, you could roll a 5 to their 8.
No, but it's still targeted. It's still only one person.
Yeah.
Right? Am I wrong on that? Like, you still only have a one-person comparison.
Thank you.
As opposed to, like, if I roll a 9 and my target rolls a 9, and now somebody else rolls a 10, they win, right? There's no gimmick, right? Maybe Bobby triggers more. I'm not sure. I mean, you also get the bump, right?
Yeah.
Which is harder to do. Damn.
Oh, all right.
What's the matter? Why are you having such a hard time here?
I don't know. I mean, is there anything being missed on this gimmick at all? This is non-biased P. I'm just saying, I want to just there's a chance. I want you to think of it like this. Big Bad Bobby D, he can roll 5, 6, 7, right? He's going to miss, right? There's a chance. 5 to a 7, 6 to an 8, yada, yada. This gimmick says, essentially, I roll half of my skills, and I either win the turn roll or know my next turn roll is +2. Isn't that like, am I crazy that that's not just like wild?
I don't know. I never. That's why I said it's weird math. It's math that I'm not
I don't know if
familiar
I'm
with,
wrong.
right?
I mean,
I mean,
I mean, is
can
that
I
better
can
than?
send
Is
a
that better than like I'm either rolling good or potentially getting it, right?
it's just a guarantee. It's like I see those. I have a half my rolls say I either want a turn roll or I get +2. Big Bad Bobby D, how many times, and Pete can vouch, how many times you roll 5, they roll a 6, and it's like, damn, I lost and I didn't get a gimmick.
Yeah, no, it seems. I mean, it seems really good.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, I can send you the comparison of statistically what numbers they trigger, and it's basically an inverted table.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna bump up when you roll a 10, you're Shane Strickland, right?
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying, P. It kind of just feels like when I'm rolling good, I'm either winning the roll or getting +2.
yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, if you roll attack, you know that you're gonna guarantee that you're gonna bump or win the turn roll, but I roll
Yeah, I
attack,
mean,
you
it's
roll a
like
7, I don't get anything for it. Like,
I roll a grapple 8, and it goes to a 10. Now, there's no way I lose that roll without a
yeah,
+2, right? That's what, like, I don't know if that's makes a difference, right?
I mean, then you roll 9 to an 11, you won the turn roll, there's no gimmick following that.
Yeah,
10 to a 12.
I mean, listen, it's definitely good. It's gonna feel like a dominating gimmick, like a Brian Cage, right?
Did you do finishers yet, or is it just
Yeah,
focus?
we did. So right now we have
I'm back. Sorry.
+2 to
What is
6, +2 to 5. If your gimmick was increased by your turn roll, +2 to 7. So 2 to
okay?
6, 2 to 5, sharpshooter if you use your gimmick.
Is that the finish sub?
Strike.
Okay. What logos are these, by the way?
Just the new one.
Does he have the old logo?
In question, leaning towards no. I don't know. I think Soup's Up Stunner might be too powerful with
Yeah.
this, right? Because
That
it's
is
like,
and I wish I could just do it where in the bottom it was Soup's Up Stunner has blank text.
really good, technically. We do have another grapple finish coming out.
yeah, I mean, what would be the point of that? But yes, makes
I mean,
sense,
just
right?
so I could use the
Stop and stuff, right?
yeah. I mean, like
I ain't giving Ricky Riot no double bonus finish strike, man. This is like the best character ever. Well, that wouldn't work, right? It would only go reverse. So I don't know.
So that was the strike finish. What about the other two?
The grapple finish +3, +1, 6 to a 9, 8 to a 9. Shuffle one card you haven't played back into your deck.
Okay. Very
And
good.
then the submission finish is pretty wonky, but it's stop any finish strike that can't be stopped, or if this match has disqualifications, any strike would be a disqualification in the text. 7 to a 10, 10 to an 11.
So it's basic. So it's not like it just says stop any finish strike that can't be stopped for a DQ, because
No.
like if you play a DQ tournament, there's a chance there's
yeah.
going to be a lot of
It's
DQs.
basically if you want to throw a shovel in
Okay.
order to lose by DQ, I'm gonna hit you with this, and then possibly
It's like having a beefed up umbrella holder.
yeah.
I got it.
And then you get +1. I like the +1 to technique because if it's not viable as a stop, you have an auto kill.
Yeah, that's fine. I think there's a big underlying factor here in comparison to Big Bad Bobby D, where this guy does not have a brain damage, and brain damage is still pound for pound one of the best finishers ever printed.
Oh, I mean, if
Regardless
there were
of-
no if stop Tate, it probably would be the best finisher ever printed.
Yeah,
Right.
and so I'm sure it's fine. I mean, we can talk about the gimmick more. I don't know if the bumps kind of like make it wild, but I don't We got
It's
tested.
half
It's now
mastermind with the bonus when you lose. Like that's what I don't know if it's if like you're half the mastermind, but you have the second effect, right? I mean, it seems good. I I do think the stunner is a problem. I think once you start getting into the realm
agree.
of eight, nines, and tens are auto
Oh no,
wins or
the
plus
stunner
two.
100% is a problem.
I mean, what would
I
you
mean,
put?
could you put? I mean, like it is already wordy already. I mean, could you put like
Your
soup
spotlights
stunner
and
has blank text or something like blank text and discard, or your soup sub stunner is blank.
What is it
spotlights.
called? Soups up stunner?
Make sure here. It is called Soups Up Stunner. No apostrophes, no nothing.
I don't know. I think that might be fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can still use it. And then I do have another strike that we can work on.
Oh, your strike is sent to the printer, baby.
Did you already send it?
Yeah,
What did you
you
what
passed
did
the
you make
statute
it?
of limitations here. Uh, hold on, let me do this spacing. It's bad, Pate. It's real bad.
It's bad. You made it bad on purpose.
Not on, I mean,
It is
most
not
winningest
bad.
competitor of all time.
No, it's not. Big Bad Bobby
Uh,
D is the best competitor in the game.
Pound for pound, Ricky Wright is the most winningest competitor to ever be printed. I'm just saying.
I would agree with that.
Pound for pound in performance over the course of time that it's been released. It is.
Okay.
I am also to blame for this. It is a joint effort, but it is definitely a thing.
It's good,
Well,
and we're trying to match his triggering potential here. Let's see what we
So
got.
what I think he got makes sense. You
I think
weren't
I made
going
it
to
better
get
since I spoke to you.
you weren't going to get a better finisher,
Soups
but you
down.
got
What the hell is it called? Soups down or something?
I have no idea. I
what the finisher?
Yeah.
The finisher was Frog Island Splash.
What was
what
it?
you
Frog on splash?
Frog Island Splash.
I don't think that's what you put in the thing, but that's a funny. I thought it was frog on. What the hell is it called? Soups.
5-star Frog Splash? No, that's not it. I mean, it doesn't matter what the card looks like. I already put a Davner on there, so the art's ugly as it can be.
Uh, no, it'd be a 28, right? Soups up, slash down. Plus one power, draw one card, or if Soups Up Center has blank text in your discard pile, plus two, plus four.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. So do I get the +1? So +1 to power,
And draw one card. Or you get plus
or
four, plus four, plus two, plus four.
yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, like if
so that seems real cool now with the new
With the
Ricky
card,
Wright.
right? Yeah.
well, no, I mean like the whole point of it was, and I'm fine. I actually wanted something like that. So okay, so with that, um, would it be um
What do you mean +2 +4? +2 power, +4 strike?
Plus two
Or
agility, plus four strike.
yeah.
and then the +1 to power?
No,
it's
it's an
or.
or.
So it's +1 power, draw 1 card, or if the card has blank text, +2 to agility, +4 to strength.
Correct.
Okay.
Did you send it already to the printer, or are you just fixing it here?
No, I think it's already sent, but
Okay.
it should
Yeah,
be
you
at
definitely
least.
made it better last time we spoke about it.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what I wanted. Where I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna blank my stunner, I want at least something else. Cause
It's a high risk, high reward.
yeah, that's fine. That's exactly what I wanted.
All right. Now this would be. All right, let's gotta go. I gotta eat. I gotta run here and get set up for the boss fight beat down. Bye, man.
Ah, man.
Pete, thanks.